Marry Me YouTubers, this is ladies, like there's two of me standing here. This is Lady Grave Dancer, and I am Sunday's host here on Witches of the Moon. And I first want to start off by apologizing for not having my video for last week. Had computer issues, but we shouldn't have that problem again. With that being said, this week's topic is acceptance. Is what I believe it is, roundabout what it's about, and how I guess we cope with acceptance, or how people treat us, and all that good stuff. I want to start by saying that I am an out of the closet witch. I am loud and proud. I'm all out there. You know, I don't deny it, but there has been many times where acceptance in the community has been a question. I will start by saying that within the family, like I said, I was raised in it, but because of a different path I had chose that was pretty much almost the end of me, and I had left the path for a few months. When I came back to my path after I healed and recovered and all that good stuff, which is in my exorcism video. Seems like I'm always bringing up that video. I don't know. When I came back, that was a little bit of a traumatic situation in the house and with family to be accepting of that. My mother wasn't happy because of what I had done and went through, and what everybody else went through with me, so that was hard because she couldn't accept the fact that she couldn't change what I was going to do for a good long while. Now she's really open to understanding what I do, and she's okay with it because she sees it's not what I was doing before, by no means. So when it comes to my husband, because of the situation that happened, again, I'm gonna put the exorcism video link in the down bar just so those of you who haven't seen it will get a better understanding what I'm saying. My husband was really afraid because of what happened to me when I tried to leave that path alone, because I mean, I try to stress it in my videos, don't dabble in stuff you don't understand because it is dangerous. So my husband was very afraid, like very afraid of just everything, and it took him a while. You know, I had to be more open. I wasn't so open with him because with him being Catholic and everything, I didn't try to push him into what I was doing, so he didn't really understand everything. Now he understands, and you know, we're good to go. There was nothing he could do to change it, and I think he realized that because I just told him, you can't change me. If we're going to be life partners, you need to understand who I am. I accept you for who you are, accept me. And he saw how serious I was, and you know, he came to terms with it. I showed him a few videos, I sent him to a few links to, you know, maybe help him read more, because maybe my communication skills ain't so great all the time, and he did. So I'm very proud of him, and he has no shame with the fact and tell people that his wife is a witch. He has no shame in it, and his family's Catholic, so you know, I'm very happy to have him in my life. My brother, who is a Baptist Christian, who I adore, and being Christian is very good for him because I believe it did save him from the lifestyle he was living prior to that. But with that being said, he is Baptist, and he's very, is it hardcore? Is that how you would say it? He believes in that little book like you would not believe, and there's nothing that can change his mind. So when I first came out of the closet, again, if you watch my exorcism video, you'll know that my brother burned all my witchy belongings, including my 40-year-old tarot cards, 30 or 40-year-olds, I can't remember how old they were, but they were old. They were from the 70s, and they were handed down to me. And he burned all that. So whenever I came back out and was doing what I was going to do, his sister-in-law, who's also Baptist, was on my Facebook, and she told them, oh my God, she's got all this devil worshipping stuff on her Facebook, and you know, all that. And so of course they were freaking out, like, we're not bringing my kids to your house. See, me and my mom, we bought a duplex. She lives here, I live here. The duplex is connected, and our houses are connected. He was supposed to come down to see my mother. He was going to cancel his trip because I was here. I felt so horrible. My mom, I was like, Mom, I'll leave for the week. I'll leave my home for a week so that you can see your son and your grandchildren, because I didn't want to bring the children around me. I don't know, I guess he thought I was going to eat them. I don't know. And, you know, my mom was like, no, I accept him for what he does, and I accept you for who you are. If he can't, then he don't need to come. I felt so bad, but eventually, after talking to me, I guess, I don't know, I didn't go off crazy on him. He understood that, you know, it is what it is, and if he wants a sister in his life, he needs to be accepting like I am, because he's mean. I mean, he's Baptist, and when it comes to gay relationships and any other practice other than what he does, he just has I'm going to say, a bitch fit. So it was very hard for him to accept me. I mean, even on my father, he passed away in April, he was arguing with me over my father's body, and I just had to walk away from him. I'm like, I'm not doing this with you. He had something horrible to say about the Virgin Mary. Anyways, so that was difficult because that was really close to home. You know, the kids, not so much. My oldest son a little bit, because he was scared about what I had went through and all that stuff. So he was scared but accepting. You know, I'm his mom, and he just wants me to be happy. And he sees what I do, and he knows it's real. It's not just what you see on TV. As far as out in the community, I live right across the street from a Baptist church. When I first started hanging my pencils outside and all that stuff, they actually had a meeting across the street, which was hilarious to me, because there's never anybody at that church during the week. They have one service one day a week, and that's it, and you don't see them no more, not even to clean or nothing. You don't see them. And after I hung those in my yard, the place was packed, and they were outside at the end of my driveway taking pictures and pointing and this and that, and I was like, dude, this is America, freedom of religion, what are you gonna do? But of course nothing happened. And when I see them, I wave, like, have a nice day, I'm not a horrible person, how are you doing? And you know, they came to terms. They wave and stuff now. I don't really have a lot of issues with people in the public. I mean, you have people who are, I'm just going to say it, are just ignorant to it because they don't understand it. And I don't mean ignorant like they're stupid, ignorant as in they're not educated in it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm ignorant to where it comes to computers because I don't know anything about it. And until I do, it's like that. So, you know, a lot of people in public, that's the way it is. But I love the fact that some of my, like, fat friends of my brother's friends and friends of my father and them who don't, you know, they're really kind of country and they don't see a lot of it, instead of like being like, oh, you know, whatever, they were asking, you know, really good questions, and they were curious to what I do and curious, and I thought that was awesome. And when I was done talking with them, they were like, you know, thank you, that's, you know, I just wanted to know, I didn't know. So it was cool. They're accepting, and his wife was like, I think I'm one too. I'm like, okay. Don't let me change you. I'm not trying to convert anybody. So as far as being in the public, that I have to say, whenever I came back out, I was very offensive to people's snide comments and things like that. So when someone would ask me a stupid question, I would get real defensive, and it didn't reflect good on the community at all. And I know that, but I didn't, at the time, it was just too much to deal with, you know. I was at Walmart one time, and we were shopping, me and my husband. We're buying groceries, and I had my pencil here, like I always do, because I never am without it. And the lady who was checking me out, she kept on just looking and looking, and she goes, "You're wearing a pentagram." And I'm like, "No, ma'am, I'm wearing a pentacle." And she's checking out. She goes, "So you work with the devil?" I said, "No, ma'am, I don't believe in the devil." And she's like checking it out, and I'm like being really cool. And she goes, "So how do you feel about going to hell?" I said, "No, I don't believe in hell." And then she goes, "But you're going to hell?" And I said, "No, I'm not." And then she's like, you know, and she's like looking at me, and then she's like checking the stuff out, because when I go buy groceries, it's a couple $100, so there's a lot of time that I'm standing in front of this woman. And then she's like, you know, Jesus loves you. And I'm like, that's good, I'm happy. And she says, how come you don't believe in the Lord as our Savior or something? And I said, why are you being so judgmental to me? And she's like, I'm not. I'm just trying to spread the love of the Lord. I said, I understand that, but you just told me I was going to hell. So you're coming about it the wrong way. I will listen to you because unlike most Christians, I've actually read the Bible. You know, so you judging me is a no-no. You know what I mean? And then she got offensive, of course. So then my ears turned red, and then I started getting offensive, and she said something to me, and I acted really stupid. Whenever we were done checking out and I was walking away, and she says, I feel really bad for your children. And I turned and looked at her. I said, you need to feel bad for yours because I'm going to come after you. And she just looked at me so scared. And my husband was like, oh crap, you know, like what the hell. And we walked off, and I felt good because I scared her. I'm not gonna lie to you, because she was pissing me off. People all around us was like looking and listening to the conversation. Some people were laughing. Some people were like looking at me like, you know, like, yeah, I'm going to hell. And but after I got to the car and calmed down and we unloaded the groceries, I felt bad. I'm like, that's not how I want to represent, you know, that's not right. It wasn't right. And I know that, but I was so defensive with so many people about it because I got tired of the judgment, you know. But there could be worse things to be judged for. And to me, if I get so at that point, if I was getting defensive, I felt like if I was being that defensive, then maybe I was questioning my path. Why are you getting mad if you're not doing anything wrong? You know, that's the saying, right? If you haven't done anything wrong, you don't have any guilt, then why are you upset? And that made a lot of sense to me. Me getting mad at people for acting like that, it's like me questioning the path. Now, if someone says anything to me, it doesn't bother me. I laugh about it, you know, or I move on, or I feel bad for them, or you know, I send them blessings, or you know, whatever. If people will stop, because I get that a lot, where they'll say, I'm praying for you, I say thank you. Where before, if they said they were praying me, I say, please don't do that. You know, it's unnecessary. People will say God bless, and I'll say blessed be to you. It's, you know, it's different now. And as far as acceptance in the community, I guess either I just don't care if they accept me, or it's how I carry myself now that I'm more accepted. It's one or the other. Maybe it's a combination of both, you know. I get more questions than I get snide comments now, so it's kind of like I feel more accepted. So yeah, so if I had to give any advice on acceptance, is if you're not 100% sure who you are, then maybe you're not ready to be out yet. If you are out and people are saying stuff, don't get upset to their ignorance. Try to educate them on it. Try to make them see, and you know, if they don't, then they don't. Don't make it into a big deal where you're stressed trying to make them understand. But you know, like that lady said, I was doing really good. She's like, you know, you're going to hell. I'm like, no, I'm not. She goes, so you work with the devil? I said, no ma'am, I don't believe in the devil. I was on a good track, and then she just pissed me off. I should have never went the other way. You know, try to educate people to a point, and if they don't want to hear it, then that's on them. It has nothing to do with you. Do you, and don't let people upset you. And that's the only thing I can think of. When you are sure what you're doing, and then you're okay, and you won't get mad about stuff like that. I know it gets irritating, because trust me, I know it gets irritating. People are very irritating, but I've found me not getting so upset about it, I'm more accepted. Or again, maybe it's because I don't care if I'm accepted or not. I don't know which one it is, or it's the combination of the both. But yeah, I hope this video was what y'all were looking for. And if you have any questions, leave the comments down below, and I'll get back. My cat. And I'll respond as soon as possible. I want to show you my mint can that I got off of Amazon. I posted on my Facebook if anybody's friends with me on Facebook. It's a Ouija board tin of mints. Cool. I love it, and I'm going to keep it for probably bubblegum. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. I thought it was cute, and it was sitting right here. I think that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. I might try to think of some more stuff and post it on my channel, The Lady Grave Dancer, if I can think of anything else. But those are the main things that I've thought about, and that's it. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you at the next video, and as always, blessed be.